damn homes. That shit was fire. Matter of fact, it was also thall as shit and swag as fuck. For real, both of that at the same time. We're getting back into the game with Metal Mixing Guide number 32 this May, so y'all better stay tuned for that shit. Anyways, now that I got all y'all all excited and hooked up with my new shit, let me say this. What is up, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, Ivy here, and I'm pleased to see you all up in this fucking bitch today. The title pretty much says it all. After 4 years I'm back into this motherfucker. You see, all this time I've actually been in jail. Fire department sued my ass for making templates that were super fire, so very much super fire. In fact, they called it fire hazard for real, you know I'm saying. Put your boy behind bars for being metal mixing genius. That's some bullshit, you all. You know what's even more fucked up though? They also said that from now on I should censor all my shit to keep things family friendly. Like, that's straight up stupid. So to all you all watching guides on such family friendly bands as Decapitated or Cannibal Corpse, don't worry. I'm making that all y'all won't hear words like dick, shit, fucking bitch. Fuck all that, I'm beeping all that shit. We're now officially family friendly as fuck, so no more fucking bad words, you all. Anyways, since I'm back on my grind for good, I felt like making this video to dot the I's and cross the T's and do them shits. There's gonna be lots of talking, so for all y'all too long didn't read impatient homies, there are timestamps, and you know what? Fuck that mixing stuff actually. I'm now officially a storytime channel, you all. Welcome to fucking Death Culture Storytime Gaming and Foot Massage channel. So first things first, why did I stop making shit? This part is legit sad for real. Things started to go downhill after Alpha Wolf replica that I did back in the late 2021, right after I thought that I finally got myself together. Like a total dumbass, I successfully failed not one, but fucking 2 templates at the same time. North Star and Killswitch albums, if that matters. Spent like 3 months on nothing. No matter what I did, I just couldn't get it right. That shit got me all sad, but I still refused to give up. Started to work on another thing when all of a sudden 2022 happened, hit like a truck if you will. Now picture this, all over the sudden my payments from Patreon are stopped because PayPal is not working in Russia anymore. I got a family almost entirely on me and I have no idea what will come tomorrow. At that point I've made like $500 per month, but where I live that was actually half decent for basic stuff. Or should I say it was, because from that point I was legit forced to start hustling with mixing jobs, and that's what I did for the next year or so. Now Christ knows that there's not a single thing on this planet I hate more than doing production jobs, because first of all, it's kind of hard as I wasn't really good at it back then, and second of all, my itch for perfection got me spending literal weeks working on a mix that will cost client 50 fucking bucks. In some cases I even declined and refused to work on stuff that my client was pretty happy with, making like 30 revisions only to find that I'm still not happy with how shit sounds. Mixing was never easy for me to start with, still I always tried to perform the absolute best I could. All an expense for my mental health as it turned out. Demo versions of this shit actually happened to me in the past, but I was able to crawl my way out. Day after day I've been dealing with this shit when someday I just collapsed and couldn't take it anymore. That was at the very start of 2023. It's not that I didn't want to work with music. I just gave up on everything at this point. Things started to go downhill rather quickly for me. God knows where it would all lead, if I wouldn't appoint to a psychiatrist who was able to get me out of this nightmare. Turns out I've been depressed for several years already, and at some point I just couldn't take it anymore. Fast forward, it took about a year and a half to recover, but of course this shit left its mark on me for good. During this time I've been fixing stuff at home, focused on manual labor basically. Electricity, construction, renovations, you name it. Funny or not, I feel like a legit handyman now, like I can literally do everything myself, and guess what? None of that shit isn't remotely as hard as music production. Anyways, all this time my wife literally cared for me, provided for the entire family instead of me. God knows where I'd end up if it wasn't for her taking care of things when I was down. Time passed and I finally decided to make myself useful again, get back to work, do my thing. There's only one problem though. You can't just abandon the project and expect everything to be back on track the very moment you get back. Patreon got completely f***ed up, YouTube views are nowhere to find, I'm basically starting from scratch at this point, which leads us to the next part of this video. I decided to completely abandon all the side jobs and fully focus on crafting templates. So pretty much as it used to be back in the days. One thing that makes a difference from a shitpost show that you all witnessed in 2016 is the quality. Back then I'd quick match the tones, mix it all together, made a video and call it a day, ending up with a project that sound pretty bad plus completely obsolete in a real production case. Funny enough, this period gave me the best financial outcome. Talking retrospective, it looks like pure case of quantity over quality. Call it lack of knowledge if you will, but still I tried my best. It's just the fact that my standards weren't that high back then. Anyways, years passed and I got solid experience that allows me to significantly raise quality of my craft. That's exact case of upcoming KefIR model. It took me like 4 months total to nail and polish everything. During this time I've been trying things out, testing different solutions and slowly build the project as a whole, caring about every single detail. Hell, I'm doing it for 12 years already, and at this point I consider it an art. I really put my heart and soul into it. It takes more time, but results sure worth it. In other words, realistic time for work on a project is about 3 months, unless it's something easy of course. Given that I don't have quote-unquote real job and don't take production jobs on site anymore, all this time is put into working on new templates. And with those I'm gonna do the absolute best I can. You can count on that. Next up, abandoning Patreon and transferring everything to different crowdfunding platform called Boosty. See, I am not trying to say anything bad about Patreon, I've been there for some like 12 years for fuck's sake. It just got straight up obsolete for me as a creator. Here's what happened. Late 2025, I'm halfway done with this new KefIR replica and was about to announce that I'm back into the shit. Spent a night writing text with giggles and all that bullshit. Only to find out that the fucking site is now blocked. It was blocked by the government for like 2 years already. Still I was able to bypass that shit by modifying site address, but just like it wasn't enough, Patreon itself is now fucking banning my IP from the outside. Like what the fuck, man, for real. And as a cherry on the shit, it's nearly impossible to get good trusted VPN to get in there. Things are complicated as fuck. Now there are also tons of fancy VPNs over there, like free ones and all that shit. I'd be fine using that if it wouldn't be my main fucking source of income for last 10 years, you know, don't want to risk that. So I thought like fuck, okay, I have close friends overseas that I absolutely trust, might just make my guy an admin in exchange for something else. At least I still able to get my payments, what could go wrong, right? Wrong. Very next week Patreon sends me this fucking email saying some like, hey man, we have good and very good news, check this fucking shit. We got your money but can't send it to you because you need to fill the tax form. Yes, we know you already did it in the past, but guess what? We don't give a fuck. You can't do that shit no more because we excluded Russia as an option completely. So fuck your bitch ass, fuck your couch, fuck your profile, we don't give a shit. Best regards, man, now fuck off. Shit, man, they still trolling me with fucking promotional emails on how I should boost my shit with their strategies, got me all mad and shit. Like you all straight up fucking with me at this point. You know what would be a great strategy? Fucking getting paid for my shit, that's strategy. So yeah, that's about it. I'm done with them and got rid of that profile entirely. So as I already said, from now on I'll be using Boosty. Trustworthy crowdfunding platform that fits me. You might heard of it or you might not. It might not be as big as Patreon, but from a supporter perspective it shouldn't change much. It got PayPal same as Patreon. The blog style profiles are even more minimal comparing to those of Patreon, which I personally really like. The best part is that I, as a Russian citizen, finally able to get the outcome nearly instantly. I sure won't be missing bypassing like 3 different services with their own commissions to get whatever remained from those Patreon payouts. Just picture what is left after like several currency conversions. At least that was enough to make a living. Living for like 5 days, and those are not very swag 5 days if you ask me. Now the pricing of tiers here is listed in my local currency, so I can't always keep you all up to speed with dollars or euros amount as it's constantly changed. The standard tier is basically a few bucks and lower one is half of that. Speaking about this new pricing, pretty sensitive topic I always try to avoid. For the first time in 12 years I'm making it higher. Now don't get me wrong, it's not that I am greedy or some shit. It's just that I don't really wanna die from starvation. Those cheap ass mixes I've told you about is not a joke, it's just how I always was. Only back then I could do the favor to the client and do everything for cheap because I've got like $600 of passive income. I could totally afford that. And when you do this kind of stuff, next thing you know is you pretty much fell into the trap of doing more side jobs and less actual projects, and entire thing starts to fall into abyss. I'm the only one to blame for this, of course, but I've learned my lessons. Now that all the ties with personal production are cut, I'm making template building my full-time thing again. It's not just a hobby that I do in off days. I take it very serious. And of course it wouldn't be silly to say that same as everyone else, I expect something back for my work. I just don't want to leave under the bridge, man. If it would be for 1,000 people or more, I could of course afford lowish prices like I used to do, but let's be real, this scenario is legit impossible, because this whole thing won't ever gonna be viral enough. We got real boutique shit over there. With all jokes aside, hope you guys understand what I tried to say. I don't like it, but I don't have any other choice for now. If you're still willing to support my creations, you're more than welcome to join my Boosty campaign. I was always humble about this stuff, but fuck it, it's really hit or miss at this point. I actually need you all help this time. At the end of the day, community support is all I've always had. If it wasn't for those 120 people that kept supporting me on Patreon during my dark days, I'd just give up on this, I guess. I don't know why you did that, but just know that I am grateful to you guys. It's not even entirely about money. Your DMs asking if I'm good, comments on YouTube with all "we miss you" vibe, all of this is entire reason I've been doing it for more than a decade. It just turned out to be what I do in my life, even if it won't give big income as for now. Now all the money talk aside, let's move to good news. First, for every new replica that I put out, I'll be doing full-length covers to demonstrate that the shit legit works. As the matter of fact, first 2 covers already waiting for you on my second channel. Those are Darwinism by KefIR and To Build a Mountain by Crowbar. While the purpose of doing Darwinism is pretty obvious, with Crowbar I really tried to put the project into the test outside of KefIR playing style context. Different tuning, quad tracking instead of double, active pickups instead of passive ones, and totally different arrangement. In other words, project sounds great despite the fact of completely different input. Call it going out of comfort zone if you will. Of course it's not gonna be one-time thing. There will be other covers for testing all my future projects. So with all that being said, if you wish to check them out, you're more than welcome to follow link down below. As the matter of fact, very soon we're going to do 3rd cover for this KefIR model with a good friend of mine, so stay tuned for that. 'cause it's going to be awesome. Next up, I'm abandoning Reaper projects. Now don't get me wrong guys, it's not because I completely hate every single thing about this DAW, that's not the case at all. It all goes down to my obsessive-compulsive disorder that is triggered by numbers, and oh boy I have to deal with those a lot when transferring each and every value between Cubase and Reaper projects. If you know you know, and if you don't you better hope you never will. Copying a value may look easy on surface, just Ctrl-C Ctrl-V right? That's it, only need to verify the values to avoid accidents. Then do it again because during initial verification you've lost all your focus, side thinking about what could possibly go wrong. Do it one more time just to be safe, and next thing you know you're into the fucking rabbit hole, watching on two sets of numbers like a total idiot, scanning them back and forth, up and down even though it makes no sense, questioning if what looks like number 4 actually is number 4. Like, can you really trust your eyes at this point? You've been staring to this digit for fucking 10 minutes and it got imprinted in your vision and you can't see shit but number 4. Think you can close your eyes and escape the horror? It will still be there right in the middle of pitch blackness. You are now slave of number 4, fucking bow down and praise it. So yeah, I'm trying to stay away from this stuff guys, sorry, not doing that anymore. Only Cubase and that's it. Next thing, abandoning Pulse and going back to the almighty KefIR. I know it's outdated, yes you need JBridge to use it. Fucking hell, it even got this weird harmonic distortion if the length value isn't just right. Still, this is the only plugin that gets the job properly done. Sadly it ain't got those low and high pass filters that you can turn off, so unfortunately you can't have your impulse all fucked up for no reason at all. If you think that possibility of minor aliasing present is the downside, don't think twice. In case of KefIR you can actually get rid of it if you test with sine wave pass and adjust the length value right, which I already do in my latest projects by the way. I did ton of tests and figured most of the other FIR convolvers have their own weird unwanted artifacts. For example, old version of Pulse provide this weird low end rumble and you can't get rid of it. The other convolver I've tested straight up adds clicks in front of the audio. Another one does it after the end of event. I'm not fucking with all that. When I use convolver, all I need is fucking convolution, that's about it. So yeah, this old plugin gets the job done and it's perfect. I respect that guy a lot. Now finally, last but not least, I'll be keeping new videos as short as possible. Meaning those long ass comparisons, bypassing all the shits to show how it changed entire shit, all that won't be a thing no more. I've tried to hide it from you all for years, so I feel like I finally have to speak the truth. You know, be open about it, be real. Check this shit. The secret about my productions is the fact that I'm a fucking genius. Y'all down with me, we in this bitch and together we're fucking best, so that's that. Now for real, some of you all been telling me that you learned this and that. I'm down with that, that's cool. The harsh truth is I'm not a coach or some shit like that. All this stuff is by the most part intuitive, so don't lie to yourself. Entire point of replication is bringing the audio from state A to state B and that's all. Often in a very stupid ways, like if you look from it retrospectively. The only thing that matters that it works. So from now on I'll be only doing basic comments over chains and only if needed. Let's be real guys, I just work on this until I'm happy with how entire thing performs. I post the shit, you check it out, decide if you want it or not, and that's pretty much it. That was always the case on this channel. Average view time on my videos just proves the point, people only watch like first 40 seconds, which happen to be project demo. I don't want to spend your and my time with that anymore. I still fucks with giggles and lols though, those shits aren't going anywhere y'all. So what I propose is this. We continue to call it a guides, but it's actually me guiding you on becoming world star of raps with my shit, like I'm helping with getting that swag and all. We're doing real hip-hop here. It's Death Culture Studio for fuck's sake, all this nerd stuff audio engineering my ass. I've been clowning in this bitch for over a decade and I don't plan to stop anytime soon. So that's about it for this video. Metal Mixing Guide number 32 coming out in less than 2 weeks. It will be followed by second episode of Metal Workshop, and then within 2 or 3 months I'll finish and post Replica of Angel or Alien album by Born of Osiris. Might be sooner actually, because I'm already done with copying of drums and bass. After that, I'll be doing Ashen by Humanity's Last Breath, attempt on Meshuggah's Colas. Shit ton of stuff to do it seems, and that's what I'm about to start right fucking now. Stay tuned. I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.